Logic Monitor web checks provide a way to monitor the performance and availability of HTTP endpoints from both inside and outside your network. There are two basic types of web checks: ping checks and web checks. Ping checks are ideal for monitoring basic availability and network latency. Web checks send HTTP requests and provide additional information on the site or the application's availability and performance. By default, web checks monitor site status, response time, read time, wait time, and more. If you're checking from multiple site locations, you'll see metrics for each location, as well as aggregated metrics. Logic Monitor has 6 site monitors located around the world, which can constantly monitor your public-facing websites. These distributed monitors provide insight into your customers' experience accessing your site, and they can help you determine whether performance and availability issues are due to something on your end or due to external internet conditions beyond your control. You can also configure internal web checks, which check websites from within your network. Internal web checks originate from your collectors. They're ideal for monitoring non-public facing websites like intranets or internal API endpoints, but they can also be used in cases where you want to ensure that employees inside your network are able to access external web pages. The main panel of the website's page shows information for whichever web check you've selected from the navigation menu. On the Graphs tab, you'll see an overview graph of the status and response time of the website from all of the checkpoints. You can also drill down to see the status and response time of the site from each individual location. The Raw Data tab is also broken down by checkpoint. For a standard web check, the checkpoints will be the various locations that the site is being checked from. For an internal web check, the checkpoints will be the collectors that you've configured to perform the check. The default view for the tab is the overall view. You'll see the status of the site for each polling cycle, as well as data points showing the total number of individual checks that are run against the site in the total site monitor count data point. The fail site monitor count data point indicates how many of the individual checkpoints were not able to successfully reach the site for that polling cycle. The Info tab will display any properties that are set for the web check. The SDT tab shows scheduled downtime windows for the web check. Finally, the Steps tab allows you to configure additional steps. For example, the first step of your check might monitor the availability of the login page for a web app, while additional steps may check that the login can be completed successfully and that the required information is returned in the server response. Internal web checks also give you the option to run custom scripts for complex HTTP monitoring. Using scripts, you can save information in the server response, such as cookies or authentication tokens, and use it in subsequent requests.